Hey, what's going on, everybody? How's it going? I bet nobody expected me to be on here tonight, but here we are, everybody, on a live stream here. A little bit of a hate watch tonight, because why not? We have the Seattle Seahawks versus the Houston Texans. Obviously, this is a great game here that hopefully the Seattle Seahawks will take. We'll just have to see on that. But I see a lot of "Let's go Seahawks" in the comments right now. So we're gonna watch this game because why not? And I was kind of just like, hey, you know what? Let's try it out, man. Let's try a little bit of some other games. Obviously, the Colts are first and foremost for our Colts channel, but let's try something a little bit different here. So here we are. And in fact, before that game gets underway, I guess we could just watch the end of this Tampa Bay Detroit game, which, by the way, I have never seen a after a second opinion sort of thing where the ref goes and makes a call, then comes back and actually says, no, the call was reversed after the second opinion. But Bucks get the ball back here. Mayfield back to throw. Caught. Kate Otten gets a good gain there on first down, gets about 12 or 13. 10 minutes left here in the fourth quarter of this game. Detroit leads 24-9. They just made a field goal. Definitely been a struggle tonight for the Bucks offense. Baker in the shotgun, back to throw. He has time. He steps up. He fires and off target there. He was looking for Rashad White, but also had some pressure. He got knocked down on that one. So it's second down now. And former Colt Rocky Sin on the sideline. I feel like Rocky Sin has gotten hurt like 3 or 4 times this year already. And he's on the sideline right now. I mean, Detroit's just, I mean, you think the Colts are decimated in their secondary. Look at the Detroit Lions. Pretty crazy. Anyway, second down and 10, 9:42 left in this one. Texans Seahawks will follow. Baker in the shotgun. Moves the man in motion. Baker back to pass. Pressure coming. Baker avoids it. Baker steps. He fires. Caught by Otten again, all the way to about the 50-yard line. So third and short now for Tampa Bay. Appreciate that, Sarah. Thank you. Appreciate that. Another Detroit secondary player down. Oh my goodness, dude. This is crazy. This is crazy how many injuries the Detroit Lions have in their secondary right now. It's actually unbelievable. So the Detroit player being down on the field right now. Another corner, number 27. I think they said, yeah, Mullet is down. Didn't even seem like he took that big of a hit there. But he's still down, so it might be more serious. Oh, he did stand up. He's being helped off. That's a good sign. Man. And an injury for Tampa Bay. Hassan Reddick is getting carted off into the locker room. Lots of injuries tonight. Mike Evans already injured earlier in this game. Sucks for my fantasy team. Gosh, it is like such a close matchup right now with my fantasy team. It's actually insane. Like, I'm talking like 1 or 2 point difference right now. It's all right. So third and 2 now for Tampa. Tampa has to score and quickly. Baker in the shotgun. He will give it off to White, and he will be near a first down. I think they're going to give it to him. Very close. Yes, they are giving it to him. First down, Tampa. They got to get moving. They only have 9 minutes left. They're down by 2 scores. 9 minutes now on the clock. First and 10. Buccaneers hurrying it up here. Baker in the shotgun. Back to throw. Baker has time. He fires one deep and overshoots his receiver, Johnson, on that one. Baker's had a couple high balls today where he's just thrown it like way over the receivers' heads. So it's second and 10 now. I'm actually surprised at how little Tampa Bay's been able to do against this depleted Lions secondary. I mean, they don't have a single starter out there. And their corner room is just crazy decimated. Baker's just been missing guys tonight. Appreciate that, Sarah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 2 years. Crazy. All right. 2nd and 10. Mayfield back to pass. Pressure is coming. Baker slides to his left. He fires incomplete. There is a flag down. We'll check the penalty here. It might be a defensive. No, they're going against Tampa Bay. There's a hold against the Buccaneers, but Detroit will decline it, and it'll be 3rd down now and 10. Appreciate everybody for being in here. The 20 so of you on YouTube. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Appreciate y'all. All right. So 3rd and 10 now for Tampa Bay. Baker in the shotgun. Rachaad White to his left. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Baker communicating something to his receivers, moves Tez Johnson in motion. Baker back to pass. Pass time. He fires. Caught by Tez Johnson. It was a little high again, but Johnson with an acrobatic catch for a 1st down. Tampa Bay now on the move, continuing to go, but they got to hurry it up. 8.5 minutes left. Mayfield hurrying up the offense, going no huddle. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Mayfield in the shotgun. Rachaad White to his right. Baker takes a snap. Back to throw. Baker has time. He dumps it off to White. White makes a man miss, but only gets about 2 or 3 on that one. So 2nd down and about 8 now. Detroit is making them burn some timeouts. That's for sure. They're making them waste a lot of time on this drive. Yeah, Tampa's moving it. Baker back to throw on 2nd and 7. Baker is going to go down, loses the football, and there's a scramble for it. I'm not sure who got that. Who are they going to give it to? Is it Detroit's ball or Tampa Bay? We'll see what they decide on. It looked like Detroit was definitely going to get it, but I think Tampa Bay is going to keep it. Yeah, Baker had it with his left hand. It was knocked out, so that was a clear fumble. Detroit, they should have had that one, man. They had multiple players just overshoot it or not come down with it. Somehow, some way, Tampa keeps the ball there. That was crazy. Baker frustrated with himself there. I am a night owl. Yes, sir. I am a night owl. I love it. But I'll certainly probably pay for it in the morning. Baker in the shotgun. 3rd and 5 now. What's going on? Is there a timeout? Something's happened here. Not sure exactly what happened. Dan Campbell's talking to the refs about something. Looks like he wants to challenge the spot. He's already won 1 challenge. Yep, there's another challenge from Dan Campbell. His 2nd in this quarter alone. Crazy. You know, the reason why I decided I wanted to do this game was, number one, Derek and I have been talking about it for a long time. Like, we've been like, hey, we've seen other creators who cover their teams, obviously, but who also have, they've branched out and covered other games. They've done other play-by-plays, and we're like, why not? We do that as well. And so we're like, hey, we'll try it. And then also, hey, divisional opponent, Monday Night Football. I don't have anything better to do. Why not? That's kind of why. Also be great to see the Texans lose. So this isn't officially a hate watch, but we know who we're rooting for. All right. So they're challenging the spot there on where exactly the fumble was recovered. But I do appreciate everybody who is tuning in to this live stream. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Like I said, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, hit subscribe, turn on that notification bell. I appreciate you so much. All right. Let's see. Where did they give them? I'm still trying to figure this out right now. Where exactly they give them the ball at? Okay. The Detroit loses that challenge. Lions fans upset like they didn't get a call in their favor earlier. I understand. Yeah, the refs always suck if it's against you. Okay, so it is officially 3rd and 5 now. Tampa Bay in Detroit territory, one of the few times they've been today. 7:17 left here in the fourth quarter. Baker in the shotgun. Rashad White comes to his right. 3 wide receivers to the right, one to the left. Baker takes the snap. Pressure is on. Baker fires, and it was a little bit awkward there. Pressure was in his face by Aiden Hutchinson on that. And I tell you what, it'd be nice for the Colts to get a player like Aiden Hutchinson, or just any sort of pass rusher like that can disrupt the game. Oh man, that would be nice. Yeah, he definitely impacted that. I mean, if I'm choosing, obviously Crosby, because he is younger. I know he's dealing with an injury though, but he's younger and going to cost more. But I think he's in his prime now as compared. I love Hendrickson. Don't get me wrong; I'd be happy with him too. But any pass rusher for me. All right, Baker on 4th down, fires. That's caught again. It's his man Cade Otton. He has been very favored on this drive. The first down, 7 minutes left to go here. Tampa Bay's got to hurry up. They've taken up a lot of time here. Doing well, Charles. Appreciate you. All right. Baker back to throw. Baker fires. It's caught by his receiver. Gets only a couple on that one. That's Shepard, Sterling Shepard. Yeah, we're gonna try to do. I want to do more primetime stuff. I mean, that would be fun. I know Derek's going to be. He's getting surgery on Wednesday, so if you guys could keep him in your prayers. But he's going to be kind of down and out for a couple days, and I know he's not going to be. He's going to be recovering for a while, so he's probably going to be doing some more prime time in certain games like that. Baker back to throw, 2nd and 8. Baker has time. He fires and too far for Des Johnson. So 3rd and 8 now. 6:07 left, and this game just keeps going on and on. Man, that was a sail by Baker Mayfield there. Detroit could have gotten called for a illegal contact, but they didn't call it there. He was roughing up that receiver there. But regardless, 3rd and 8 now for Mayfield. Been a hard, tough day for this Tampa Bay offense. Mayfield back to pass. Has time, fires across the middle. That's caught by Shepard, and a good tackle there by Hillette on that one for the Detroit Lions, and it's 4th down again. So obviously Tampa Bay's got to go for this. By the way, if Detroit's able to hang on, the Indianapolis Colts will be the only team with only one loss on the season, which is crazy. 4th and 5 now. Mayfield all alone in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Mayfield back to pass. Pass time, sails one. Incomplete, but there is the flag on the play, and I think they're going to get Detroit. They're going to get Mallet on that one, or Mullet on that one. Arthur Mullet. That sounds very familiar. Was he a Colt? Pass interference. Arthur Mullet. I think he was a Colt. Let me know, chat. Arthur Mullet. That sounds so familiar. Can anybody confirm? Was he a Colt? All right. 1st and 10, 5:20 left here. Tampa Bay knocking on the door. potentially pull this into a one-score game. Ball is on the 14-yard line. Mayfield in the shotgun. Rachaad White to his right. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Mayfield back to pass. Pressure is on. Mayfield escapes, though. He fires and completes to his man Shepard again, but he only gets about a yard or two. So second down. Okay, I thought so. And that tells you how beat up the Detroit secondary is right now. So, yeah, Shepard caught that one, got a couple yards there, nothing too crazy. There hasn't been a ton of stuff, a ton of openings there in space for Tampa Bay today. Mayfield in the shotgun, bunch formation to the left, 2 wide receivers to the right. Mayfield back to pass. Detroit sending pressure. He fires. Oh, incomplete, almost intercepted there by Whiteside. I mean, Ibuka was open. It was just not a good throw by Baker Mayfield. He's just had an off night tonight. Ibuka was open there. Watch that again. Pressure was in his face, to be fair. Yeah, the pressure forced that off-balance throw there. So it's another 3rd and long for the Lions, or for the Bucks, excuse me. 4 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Mayfield in shotgun, back to pass. Mayfield fires. Incomplete. Looking for Rachaad White, the running back. So it's a 4th and 8 now. This is the huge play, biggest play of the game. Can the Buccaneers score, or will Detroit hold them here? Detroit has not given the Bucs a lot of opportunities today. Yeah, we're not listening quite yet. It's going to show right after this game. In fact, I can probably just get out of this game. I'm going to watch this play, then I'm going to go try to find the Texans game here. Mayfield in the shotgun, back to pass. Mayfield has time. He fires. Incomplete. All right, we're gonna go over to the Texans game now, if we can. Okay. Oh, come on. Seems on. Let's see if I can find it. Trying to navigate this thing is something else. ESPN2. ESPN2. Okay. Anyway. All right, we're going over to this game now. So Seattle just returned it there on offense first here. So out comes Sam Darnold, who has just been fantastic so far. He was fantastic last year with, obviously, the Minnesota Vikings, comes over on a big deal with the Seattle Seahawks. And so far, so good. 4-2 record. Darnold looking like one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. And he's going to have a challenge tonight. Houston, a very, very good defense. Darnold will start under center here. Darnold changing the play. And they will hand it off here on first down, a couple yards. Nothing really going there for Kenneth Walker. So it's 2nd down and 9. Again, Seattle has just been fantastic on offense this year. Their quarterback play, they've been able to run the football. The emergence of Jackson Smith and Jigba, they have just been so good this year. We'll see if they can do it again tonight. 2nd down now and about 9, about 8. Darnold in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Walker beside Darnold, back to pass. Darnold sets, he fires, and incomplete there. Looking for Smith and Jigba. It is 3rd and 8. So let's see what happens on the first play of this game, of this 3rd down. First 3rd down of the game. Let's see what happens here. Can the Seattle Seahawks convert? Or will the Texans defense continue to do what they've done all year? Darnold in the shotgun, two wide receivers to the right, actually three to the right, one to the left. Darnold back to pass. Texans bring in the blitz. Darnold fires. That's caught to his tight end. He's short of the first down, about a yard or two. That's Barner, and we'll see what Seattle elects to do here early. Looks like they might go for this. No, they're going to punt it. Okay. They're going to punt it. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Appreciate you. Let's get this stream out to more people. Thank you. All right. The punt is away. It's a good one. And the punt will bounce down to about the 9-yard line. And that was a fantastic punt there by the Seattle Seahawks. And Houston will have it within their own 10-yard line. It looked like it was going to be fair caught at first, and then it bounced to the right of the fair catch man and bounced to a perfect punt to pin Houston down here early. All right, out comes C.J. Stroud and this Houston Texans team. Early struggles for the Houston Texans, sitting at 2-3, although they have won a couple games in a row now. So this is a big test for Houston. Stroud will start out of the shotgun with two wide receivers to his right, one to the left, running back beside him. That's handoff to Nick Chubb. And Chubb gets a couple, about 3 or 4 on first down. This Houston Texans team, they've had their ups, they've had their downs so far this year. But certainly some ups as of recent. Right, we don't know what punters are. And obviously the Houston offensive line, it's very interesting to say the least right now. But 2nd and 5 for the Texans. Stroud under center. They play action this one. Stroud fires, and that's a nice catch there by Dalton Schultz. A one-hander gets him the first down. That was a fantastic catch by Dalton Schultz there. Wow. Nice execution there by Houston. C.J. Stroud puts it right on the money there. Dalton Schultz, a good addition for the Houston Texans a couple of years ago. So first down and 10. Stroud in the shotgun. Two wide receivers to the right, one to the left. Stroud back to pass. Stroud fires, incomplete. Looking for his receiver that time. Good coverage there by Seattle. I might make a switch here, ladies and gentlemen. Stroud in the shotgun. And delayed handoff to Chubb, and that is blown up in the backfield. I'm going to make a switch here after the whatever happens here on offense here. So 2 negative plays here for Houston. Incomplete pass and a draw that loses 2 or 3. So 3rd down and long now for Houston. 3rd and 13 officially. Texans have been poor, to say the least, on 3rd down. 26th in the NFL. They've only converted on 35%. Stroud back to pass on 3rd and long. Pressure is in his face. Stroud escapes. He can't escape. And that is a safety for the Seattle Seahawks. That is a safety. C.J. Stroud tried to avoid that sack, and he could not. So Seattle, early in this game, 2 points. Wow. Insert comment about CJ Stroud saying that he's gets less athletic. He's not athletic anymore because he's too old. That proved it right there. Wow. So there you go. Seattle scored first, but not the way you think. I think. Oh, are they not going to give it to him? Looked like at first they called the safety. Looks like they ruled it no, and then Mike McDonald threw the flag, the challenge flag, because he believed that that was a safety. I would have to agree. The ball is in the end zone. True. Okay, they're not going to call it. So Texans will punt it from the 1 yard line. And the punt is away. Taking it about the 40 and gets about 10 yards on that one. I actually need to put up the banner. I apologize. I am slacking right now. So there you go. Seattle defense holds there, almost gets a safety there, but they will have great field position here for their offense. All right, I'm going to take a quick break here. Just give me a second, guys. And then I will, I'm going to have a new camera that doesn't freeze all the time here. So just give me a second and I'll be right back. All right, apologies. Okay, Seattle gets the ball back here. First and 10. Good field position for Seattle. Darnold under center. And he will give it off to Kenneth Walker, and he gets a nice gain there, about 6 or 7 on first down. Good piece of yardage there for Seattle. Kenneth Walker with a nice run there. Crazy that wasn't called a safety, but whatever. Anyway, 2nd and 5. 9:40 left here in the first quarter. Darnold under center once again. Play action pass. Darnold has time. He steps up. He fires. And that's caught. First down and more. All the way out to about the 13-yard line. Great throw there by Sam Darnold. He had all the time in the world. to find his man there. Very, very nice piece of throwing there by Sam Darnold. Finding Elijah Arroyo, the rookie. So 1st and 10 now. Ball at about the 13-yard line, about the 12 officially. Darnold in the pistol. Darnold will hand it off here to Walker. He gets a couple there. He had that RPO option there. It decided to give it off there to Walker, but he also had the bubble there available. But gets a couple yards there on 1st down. Clock is running, 8:30 left here in the 1st quarter. Second and 7 officially. 8:20 left. Darnold under center. Moves a man in motion. That's Arroyo. And Darnold back to pass. He goes. Pass time. Fires. That's caught by Arroyo all the way down to about the 1-yard line. Well, Elijah Arroyo already 2 very nice catches so far. And Seattle will have it 1st and goal at the 1. Arroyo just a nice crisp route there. Beat the linebacker there. Alshiar. Nice job there by Elijah Arroyo. 1st and goal. Seattle lining up in the heavy formation. Darnold will hand it off to Walker. Charbonnet. And he's still fighting. And did he get it? On the second effort, he did. There is a flag down. We'll check it. But he did get the touchdown if the flag is against Houston. We'll see what they call here. No foul. Okay, there's no foul on the play. So Seattle punches it in early. Houston already down. Let's go. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate it. I know this is a little bit unconventional from what we're used to, but I do appreciate you all for hanging out with me and wishing the Texans nothing but bad luck. So far, so good. Seattle strikes first. Texans look lost on offense, and there we go. A 5-play, 44-yard drive there. Took about 2.5 minutes off the clock there. Zach Charbonnet punches it in. So I'm sure Kenneth Walker fan is not too thrilled about that. But what a drive from the rookie Elijah Arroyo there. Probably shouldn't have put 7 already because nothing's guaranteed. I should have known this from last week. But he does nail it. So officially 7-0 Seattle. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to share it with everybody because we're going to have a ton of fun together. We're going to be hanging out, hopefully rooting for a Texans loss here, but really appreciate you guys. Also, Tampa Bay did lose, so Colts Nation, that does mean that the Indianapolis Colts are the only one-loss team in the NFL. Should be 0 losses. Thanks, Eddie Mitchell. Anyway. Tampa Bay loses, so Indianapolis, the lone one-loss team. And I know Indianapolis will be playing this Seattle team coming up here. So that's going to be a challenge for sure. Seattle looking very good, very strong. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate you. Maybe we'll do more of these games. This is fun. It's a good time. I'm having a good time. Hope you guys are too. It's about time people start noticing what the Colts are doing. All right, return will be taken from about the 5-yard line. And a nice piece of returning there to about the 42-yard line for Houston. So that's good field position for them. They had a very bad field position on that first drive. We'll see if Seattle can keep what they've been doing on defense. Hmm. All right. So Houston has it 1st and 10, their second offensive drive. CJ Stroud under center. Running back behind him, that is Nick Chubb. Chubb gets the handoff, gets about a yard or two, about two on that one. So it'll be 2nd and 8. About 7 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Seattle up 7-0. Stroud will be in the shotgun. Woody Marks to his right. Two wide receivers to the left, one to the right. Stroud takes the snap, has time. He dumps it out to Marks. He makes a man miss, makes a second miss, and he's near a first down. Nice catch and nice moves there by Woody Marks on that one. Well, appreciate that, Brian. Thank you. Always like to have it up. You always have a few naysayers, but thank you. Those comments are very kind. Appreciate you. All right. So they didn't give him a first down. He's just short, so it's 3rd and 1 now. Stroud under center. They give it off to Marks, and he is not going to get there. Not even close. He lost about 3 on that one. Fantastic stuff from Leonard Williams and so many others on that Seattle front. 4th and 2. Of course, of course. Wow. So that had no chance from the start. I mean, no chance at all. Seattle, that defensive front, man, DJ Reed, and you got Leonard Williams. I mean, geez, they are crazy. So Houston has to punt it again. And it's away. And it'll bounce into the end zone. So Seattle, pretty good field position here for their second offensive drive. I'm sorry, third offensive drive. Actually, which is crazy that we're already to the third offensive drive. But yeah, Seattle doing some good stuff so far. Great stand there for them on 3rd down and short. Not sure that's the call at all if you're the Houston Texans. You probably hate that call that was made. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. I appreciate this. I have a ton of fun on these streams. I know I'm not as high energy and crazy as Derek is, but I just have a good time hanging out with you guys. I really do. And this is a fun game. No emotional ties to this game, which is a blast. Makes the game even that much more fun because they can't do anything to hurt me. So that's good. And the Colts have not hurt me a lot this year. So that's also been really good. Yeah. Appreciate you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are the best. And honestly, I didn't know. I had no idea how many people we'd have in here. To be honest with you, I had no clue how many we would have. So this is great, man. This is wonderful. Thank you. And also shout out to the couple people who are watching this on Twitch right now. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, Christopher. Thank you. Some popsicles instead of breadsticks. I love myself a good popsicle, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. Man, this is something I want to get your guys' opinion on this. So I've been talking to Derek about this, and I kind of feel weird about it, but I am like, should I feel weird about it? We've been thinking about like, should we do like a Patreon sort of thing? Because I've seen other creators do it. I haven't really had a lot of experience with Patreon, but I've seen some cool things that some creators have done where basically they'll tell people, hey, if you're a patron or whatever, like you can have access to early videos. You potentially can like be on live streams with us. You can potentially like suggest video ideas that we do, things like that. I don't know if that's something you guys would be interested in at all, but that's something that I kind of thought about. And I don't know if that's a thing that would be good or if you guys are like, no, I don't really think that's something we want. I'd be curious. Would you guys be interested in that? All right, first down and 10. Darnold under center. Darnold is changing something here, commanding the orders. He has Charbonnet behind him. It's a play action pass. Darnold has the time. He throws it deep, and that's caught. That's Cooper Kupp, a first down and more. Seattle on the move once again. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate you. Good to see you too. So Seattle just carving up this Texan defense right now. Wow. Cooper Kupp. Kind of forget he's on the Seahawks. Great catch there. All right, so it's first and 10. Already in Houston territory are the Seahawks. Darnold under center. Play action again. Darnold has time. Pressure is coming. Darnold just throws that one away. Probably a good decision there. Houston had some pressure that they applied. So live to fight another day. That's smart decision there by Sam Darnold. That's true. I don't know. I've kind of just thought about it. I'm like, I know like it's such a niche market that we have. So I'm like, well, I don't know if that's something that makes sense if we had more of an NFL channel. I don't know. Anyway, first down, handoff. That's Charbonnet. He gets a nice piece of running there on second down, gets about 8 or 9 on that one. So it's another third down and manageable. We do have a Discord. I just honestly haven't done anything with it in quite a while. To be honest, I have not done a lot with it. I'd have to even go back and look at Discord. Had one years ago. I don't know if we even have it anymore. Anyway, 3rd and 2. Go back to Charbonnet, and he's close to a first down. He's very close. I don't know if he got it. I think he's a little bit short. But Seattle, no hesitation. They're going to go for it on 4th and 1. Appreciate everybody for hanging on here and me. Oh, that is Twitch. I don't know what's going on there. Okay. So 4th and short here. Looks like Seattle's just trying to draw off sides. They do go for it, and they get the first down. They had who was that snuck that there for a first down? They had one of their tight ends snuck that. He just took it himself. That's like essentially Tyler Warren just taking it himself, which he could do, mind you. But that's essentially what it is. But Seattle converts on 4th down, and they keep on moving. I think Derek's going to do the live stream on Sunday. He should be recovered by then, but if not, I will step in. Darnold in first down. Little end around to Kenneth Walker. And Walker makes a couple guys miss, gets it back to about the line of scrimmage there. Will Anderson missed the tackle. Let's check what the flag is. Let's see. They call Anderson for a face? No. I don't know what happened there. What are they going to call? Did they not call? Did they pick it up? I'm not sure. They did. Oh, he must have been off sides. Okay. They didn't really call it there. So Will Anderson off sides there. So 1st and 5, Darnold under center. Gives it back to his back. That's Charbonnet, first down and more. Charbonnet needed 5. He got about 8. So Seattle right back in scoring distance again. They have looked calm. They have looked collected. And they just keep it going, man. All right. So 1st and 10, Darnold under center. He will hand it off to Kenneth Walker, and Walker not going to get much. He's probably going to lose a yard or two there. Houston stuffed that one out in a hurry. So 2nd down now. Appreciate everybody for hanging out with me. Having a ton of fun. Hopefully Seattle keeps it up here, man. All right. 2nd and 11. Darnold under center. Charbonnet behind him. Darnold play action. Pressure's coming. He just throws it at the ground on that one. So it's now going to be 3rd and 11. Darnold didn't want to make a bad play worse there. See, it looked like Houston had that one well covered up. And Danielle Hunter was closing in on him. So 3rd and long now, 3rd and 11, 33 seconds left in this first quarter. Can Seattle convert here? Got 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Darnold all alone to shotgun. Back to pass goes Darnold. He's rolling out. He's escaping. Darnold will just take it himself, and he takes a big hit out of bounds, and there's going to get a flag for a late hit out of bounds on the Houston Texans. I mean, he picked him up and threw him on the ground out of bounds. Not sure what the rationale there was for the Texans, but that was completely unnecessary and just a stupid penalty by the Houston Texans. And of course, it's Al-Shaair again, the absolute dirtiest player in the NFL currently. Like, there is no need for that. No need for that. He's out of bounds, and you just let him go. You don't wrap him up and then drive into the ground. Are you an idiot? Like, seriously. Wow. Well, I'm happy with that, but that's just a stupid decision. If I'm a Texans fan, I am furious with him. Just a stupid decision by Al-Shaair. Wow. That cost Houston. That really cost Houston there because they had them stopped on 3rd down and long. And it gives Seattle a fresh set of downs. The Texans are stupid, man. That is just so dumb. So now Seattle has it 1st and 10. We'll see if they get a playoff before the end of the first. They do. Darnold back to pass. He fires, and that's caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith-Njigba gets a touchdown here, and Seattle extends the lead to 14 right as the first quarter expires, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful route there by Smith-Njigba. Beautiful throw there by Darnold. And he had pressure in his face, too. So that's just an incredible throw there. Good stuff. So Houston, after just having seemingly a stop there, Seattle just takes full advantage. And, of course, the NFL refs have to ruin it. The no fun league. He dunked that one, and they called a penalty on it. Wow. So now it's a 40-yard PAT because of that. Jeez. That's insane. That seems like really far. Holy cow. But he does hit it anyway, so it doesn't matter. So there you go. At the end of the first quarter, the Seattle Seahawks take a 14-0 lead on the Houston Texans. Wow. What do y'all think about that, huh? Dang. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and all that good stuff. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. You guys are the best. You're the best for a reason. So, wow, Seattle with a fantastic start here. And this is exactly what we want to see, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly what we want to see. The Houston Texans looking incompetent. Thank you. I still can't believe that Al-Shaair just did that. Such a moron, dude. Like, he just... There's no place for that crap in the game, man. Appreciate you, Creations Vibration. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, he is good. He is absolutely good. And he is king. He is king, that's for sure. All right. So, Seattle now. Don't you just love that right there? Houston 0. Double goose eggs. It's wonderful, isn't it? It's wonderful. I'd say this hate watch is going pretty well right now. Same, man. Same. Yeah, glad to do it. You know, I haven't done a lot of non-Colts games, so figured why not. By the way, I'm curious. Anybody who is an Indiana Pacers fan out there, Pacers are starting to play this week. We do have a Pacers channel. We're going to try to be more active with that this year. Really started getting more active as the postseason came around and stuff like that. Obviously, no Tyrese Halliburton this year, but Pacers could still be fun. So if you haven't already, go check it out on our main page. We have a link to our other channels, and go find our BTJ Pacers channel. Appreciate you. I'm excited for this year covering the Pacers. You know, and they did? Really? Dang, Patriots just extended Aaron Nesmith? That's amazing. Okay, so Mike Evans suffered a broken clavicle and will miss most of the season. Dang, that sucks for my fantasy team. Did they just extend him too? Like the last hour? Let me look this up. Last 40 minutes ago. Hopefully, give me 1 second. I'm going to say something to Derek. Okay. I'm just texting Derek right now. Anybody ever try talk to text and it just does not understand what you're saying at all? I feel like a boomer saying that, but truly, it's frustrating. And I mean, how would it in certain ways with certain names of players? But no, that's not anywhere what I said at all. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you, everybody. to still, I mean, there's still 90 some of you in here. So thank you guys so much. So far, so good. Houston is getting smacked so far, and that's exactly what we hope for. And if Houston falls to 2-4, man, that makes you feel even better. I mean, it'd be the perfect weekend. It really would. I mean, Jaguars lose, Titans still suck. You play the Titans, which is great. And if the Houston Texans lost tonight, I mean, that's just the cherry on top, honestly. So great stuff there. All right. So for Pacers fans that are curious, Aaron Neesmith and the Pacers agreed to a 2-year, $40 million contract extension plus a trade kicker as well. So good for Aaron Neesmith, good for the Pacers. That was one thing I know a lot of people were curious about. Okay. I'm not sure what you said there. That was weird. Anyway, okay, so the Houston Texans have certainly had their up and down moments offensively this year. Started off 0-3, and their quarterback, C.J. Stroud, did not look good and has not looked good so far. Here, it's 1st and 10. Stroud, incomplete. He had pressure coming. Was looking for Nick Chubb on that one. It is 2nd down. 13:25 left here in the second quarter. All right, so we have one wide receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Stroud in the shotgun, back to throw. Pressure is on. Stroud avoids it. Stroud sets up. He throws, and that's dropped by Nico Collins. Nico Collins just completely dropped that. Wow. My fantasy team certainly doesn't like that. But it's okay. I think I'm going to win. So I'll take it. But dang, Nico Collins was wide open on that one, man. Oh, man. Got to make him sick. He usually catches those. So 3rd and 10 now. Stroud in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to his right, 1 to the left. Seahawks sending pressure. Stroud fires, and that's knocked down. So Seattle gets off the field again on 3rd down. Good coverage all the way around there. Dang, Seattle's this good, huh? On defense. This is crazy. Mafi got that deflection there. He's looking for Collins again. Be nice to have some linebackers like that. All right. 4th and 10 now. Townsend in for his 3rd punt. And it is away. And, almost lost that one. But, he's got some space. And a nice return there out to about the 31-yard line. So Seattle has good field position once again here on their 4th offensive drive. So, I mean, Seattle has been very efficient. 2 last drives, 2 touchdowns. So we'll see if they can do it again here. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you to everybody who is hanging out with me. It's been a ton of fun so far. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button. Hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, all that good stuff. We are just hanging out. We are chilling. We are watching Seahawks versus Texans. Seahawks right now dominating. And obviously there's a reason Seattle is one of the best teams in the NFC. They are just so good on both sides of the football. But thank you, everybody, whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you're watching on Twitch, I appreciate you. Thank you. For you Indiana folks, the Pacers have agreed to an extension with Forward Aaron Neesmith, 2 years, $40.4 million. So he stays through the 28-29 season with Indiana. So they continue to lock up some of their guys long term. I'm excited for this year, man. I'm excited to see what the Pacers got with. Obviously, it's going to suck without Tyrese. But now it opens up more opportunity for guys like Benedict Mathurin, guys like Jarris Walker, so many others as well. Johnny Furphy, I'm excited to see him in action. I feel like every time I watch him, he's dunking over somebody. So I'm excited, man, to just see what these young Pacers are, what kind of team they're going to be this year. It's going to be fun to see. I'm trying to see if Derek can get this video because I obviously can't because I'm on the stream. But it'd be really nice if he could. That would help me out. But we are back here. Can't believe I have like a lot of people in this room so far. It's been pretty cool. Yeah, good start for Seattle so far. Tonight, they are leading by 14 with 13:03 left. With another chance on offense. Darnold under center here. Changing something. And they'll hand it off to Walker, and Walker nowhere to go. Tried to make something out of nothing and lost a couple more yards. So it's a loss of 2 or 3 on first down. Sam Darnold has been so good today. He's had great protection, first and foremost. Shout out to that Seattle offensive line. They've given him all the time in the world. He's been able to find his guys all day long, no matter who it's been. If it's been Jackson Smith and Jigba, if it's been Cooper Kupp, if it's been Elijah Arroyo, it hasn't mattered. Darnold in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Play clock winding down. Darnold almost lost that snap. He rolls out, he throws, and that's caught. There was a flag on the play. That was Cooper Kupp on the catch, gained a couple. We'll check the penalty. Not sure exactly. Up a penalty on the offense there. So Seattle backed up on second down. So a long way to go for this Seahawks offense. 2nd and 21. Darnold in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Moves the man in motion from left to right. Darnold back to pass. He has time. He fires. That's caught. That's Jackson Smith and Jigba. Nice gain there on second down. Gained about 12 or 13. So it's now 3rd and manageable for the Seattle Seahawks. Not a favorable second down, but he picked up about 15 on that one. So now a really more manageable 3rd down, which is always a good sign. So 3rd and 6 officially. Darnold with trips to the right. And Jigba goes in motion outright even further. Out wide. Oh, there's a flag. We'll see what they call. False start on Seattle. So anytime they get into reasonable position, their offensive line has just continued to make mistakes. Wait. Did they call it offsides, actually? They might have. No, okay. I thought they didn't. He got him to jump. Texans linebacker got him to jump there. 3rd and 11. Darnold in the shotgun, back to pass, has time. Darnold unloads one deep, and it's incomplete. So Seattle does not capitalize there, and they will have to punt it. Darnold gave Horton a chance there. Just not able to come down with that one. 2 Texans defenders on him there. So Houston gets another opportunity on offense here. Looks like Houston might be sending some guys. They back off. Punt is away and handled. And out to about the 23-yard line is where Houston will be at next. Good punt coverage there by Seattle. And that will be the next drive. Thank you, everybody, again. Appreciate you for hanging out. Had a blast so far. By the way, we have a Twitch if you're curious. If you want to hop over there and give us a follow, I'd appreciate it. Not a lot of people following us on Twitch yet because it's pretty new. We haven't done a ton with it. But thank you. Appreciate that. I'm going to go get something real quick. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, we are back here. Houston on offense. 10:34 left here in the second. Seattle might be bringing some pressure. They do. Stroud on first down. Under pressure, fires incomplete. Seattle brought the house on that one. And 2nd and 10 now. Houston has run 14 plays offensively and nothing to show for it so far. 2nd and 10. All three of Houston's drives ended in punts. So far, in their 3 drives, the Texans have 16 yards. Stroud in the shotgun, back to throw. Stroud, pressure is coming. Stroud can't avoid that. Ball is loose. Seattle picks it up, and they go, what? What is happening right now? There's a scramble for the football. I don't even know what just happened. There is a flag also on the field. What a wild play that was. And it is a safety. It is a safety. So Seattle gets a safety back. And so, they had the ball. They had an opportunity to score there. They had Stroud on a late blitz. He fumbled that. Seattle had a chance to pick that up. Somehow, they picked it up. Then they fumbled it, and then a Houston player got it back. And then it was a safety. It was a legal shift on Houston anyway. So all of a sudden, Seattle Gets 2 points and the ball back. C.J. Stroud might be the dumbest quarterback in the NFL. Wow. Get the belt out. If they score again, get the belt out, man. This is crazy. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with me. Do me a huge favor. Smash that like button. Hit subscribe. Turn on the notification bell. Texans belt. It's happening. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. This is exactly how I want this game to go. This has been a perfect weekend so far. I'll be back in just a second. Okay, we are back. So this is great so far. Well, why are the officials? I don't feel like they can ever make up their mind on what's happening. Okay, so they're enforcing the penalty. Okay. Of course. I'm trying to figure out what just happened. So Seattle's not going to get a safety there. They've now wiped off 2 safeties. Somehow. So what? Houston gets it back? What? How does any of this make sense? What is happening, dude? Jeez. That's insane. Okay, so I guess Houston has it now. All right, 2nd and 15. Sorry, I missed that first one. Stroud back to pass. He fires, caught by Nico Collins, and he gets a couple, but that's about it. Not a lot going on there for the Houston Texans. Can somebody explain that to me, what just happened? Looks like the Mariners lost, which obviously sucks for Seattle fans. So 3rd and 12 now. Stroud, little bubble out to his receiver. He's not going to get the first down. That's Noel. There's a flag as well. Let's check the penalty. I mean, this Houston offense, just the incompetent of the incompetent right now. Holding on the receiver, Jaden Higgins, but it's going to be declined for obvious reasons. So Houston has to punt it again. I mean, this Houston offense just looks out of sync. They've had 2 straight really good performances, and so far in this game, they have looked absolutely lethargic. No doubt about that. So I'm fine with it, but Texans fans have to be very upset with how this offense has looked so far. I mean, just not good at all. All right. So punt team on now for Houston. Nice return there by Horton. So Seattle, another opportunity, up by 14. 9-10 left here in the second quarter. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I will be right back in just a second. I'm going to try to get this Aaron Neesmith video up. By the way, go check out our Pacers channel. I'm going to put it up here in just a second. Okay, here we go. 1st and 10 for Seattle. Darnold under center. It's a handoff to Kenneth Walker, and Walker nowhere to go. There's a flag as well on the play. We'll check the flag. Looks like it's going to be a hold. We'll see on who. And it's actually a face mask on Houston. They signaled hold at first, but face mask on Houston. So 1st down for Seattle after a not great play there. How is Ruben handling it? Let me know. Got to go spam his chat, man. Because tomorrow, Derek's going to give Ruben all the crap because Ruben talks a lot of trash. It's great we can talk some trash to him. All right. 1st and 10. Darnold under center. Darnold will hand it off again Kenneth Walker gets about back to the line of scrimmage. Not a lot going there for Kenneth Walker the last couple carries for him. So it's now second down and about 10 for Seattle. They just got to get back to their passing game. That has worked very well for them in this game. Darnold in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Darnold will hand it off again to Walker. He gets a couple there. So it'll be third and about 8 or 9. With about 8 minutes left here in the second quarter. So Seattle is a big third down for them. They want to extend this to potentially 6 instead of a field goal opportunity here. 3rd and 8 officially. Darnold back to pass. He has time. He fires, and that's caught. That's Jackson Smith-Njigba again. First down and more for Seattle. Moves the chains, and the Seahawks now moving very deep into Houston territory. He beat Stingley on that one. I mean, they just got down and set very quickly. I think they caught Houston napping there. And Smith-Njigba makes Stingley pay on that one. And a great pass there by Darnold. Great recognition there. And a little end around to Cooper Kupp. Kupp's going to throw it, and it's intercepted. Not a great play there. Bullock intercepts that. I'm not sure what the game plan was there by Seattle. I mean, Cooper Kupp, just a poor decision there. Seattle turns it over on some trickery. Don't know why they felt the need to do that. Yeah, people they just love to discredit the Colts at any opportunity, you know? So I'm working on this video right now. I did not expect this Aaron Nesmith news to drop right now. I mean, Aaron Nesmith is such a critical part of what the Pacers do. Like, such a great player for them that they literally got for nothing. They got for like a paperclip. So great stuff there by Indiana to keep one of their own. I mean, they extended Andrew Nembhard last summer, so now they've got a couple of these guys locked down for the next couple of years, which is good. We'll have to see on that Benedict Mathurin situation, though. Curious, would you guys like to see me stream some Pacers games at times? I know there's a lot of them, so it's like, I don't know. Is that something that you guys would like to see? I'm curious. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, that was not a great play call by the Seattle offense at all. They were moving it, man. Why do you try to change it up and get cute? I hate that when they do that crap. That just kind of we Colts fans, we know about bad decisions, bad play calling. Would love Pacers streams. Sweet. Well, go if you haven't already, go subscribe then to our Pacers channel. Maybe I'll do a live stream. I don't know. Maybe I'll do some this year. It takes a lot of time, though, to do that. Just to do streams in general. I don't have the free time I used to have. I'll just say that. We just need somebody to come on this channel who is single and doesn't have a lot going on. They could just do this for us for the Pacers. So just a bad decision there by the Seattle team. Feels like Seattle's left a lot of points on the board, does it not? Or off the board, on the field. Sorry, a little ASMR for you. All right. So Houston on their next drive has it 1st and 10. Play action pass for Stroud. He dumps it off to Chubb on a screen pass. It's blown up by Byron Murphy immediately. Lost about 3 or 4 on that one. So a good start for this Seattle defense. So they have it. Feels like Houston just gone backwards today offensively. 2nd and 15. Houston has 19 total yards in this game. Stroud in the shotgun. Back to throw. Fires. That's caught. That's Nico Collins, and he gets a huge gain there near the first down. He's a little short. That's about the first big thing Houston's had going on all night. 2nd down or 3rd down and short now for the Texans. Stroud stays in the shotgun. Stroud back to throw, fires, and caught by Collins again. And he got a first down there. So now they're starting to find Nico Collins a little bit more. Clock at 5:45. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Stroud back to throw. Pressure's on. Stroud lost the football, but the Texans do jump on it there. So pressure was on there by Mafe. He already has a pass deflection. And there's a flag. We'll check the penalty. Stroud almost lost another one. But it's a penalty on Seattle. Defensive holding. Appreciate you. It's good. Just bring the juice Pacers if you're curious for our Pacers channel. In fact, if you go to this, like the homepage of this channel, we'll have, if you scroll down a little bit, it has like the other channels to check out, and we have our Pacers channel there. Trying to build that up this year a little bit more. We started it when Pascal Siakam got traded, but it's just been so hard to do every single game, and I just feel bad, but it's just been really tough. All right, Stroud will hand this off to Woody Marks, and he gets a nice gain there. Their first real big run, gains about 10, gets a first down. So now Houston, with a penalty, they're starting to move it a little bit here on Seattle. First good run for the Seahawks, or for the Texans, on the Seahawks. And now Houston has it at about midfield, about Seattle's 48. Stroud under center will hand it off to Marks, and this time he is stifled at the line of scrimmage. Not a lot happening there. No gain on that one. So obviously Houston, they've had a lot of shuffling on their offensive line in the last year or so. So 2nd down and 10. 4 minutes left here in the second quarter. Stroud under center. Stroud will play action this. He has a man open. That's Schultz. He's wide open. Gets a nice gain all the way down to about the 29-yard line. So Houston's moving it now. That's funny. All right, come on, Seattle. What you doing? Stroud at the shotgun again. Back to throw. Stroud fires incomplete. Nico Collins wants a flag. A late flag does come in. And it's probably going to be a defensive holding there on Seattle. Seattle just grabbing Nico Collins there. So now it's another first down for Houston. Trying to get this Aaron Nesmith news up. It's just hard to multitask sometimes. All right. So first down. Stroud back to pass. Has time. Avoids the pressure. Stroud dumps it off and dropped by Nick Chubb. Man. Not a great night for Nick Chubb so far. Late night caffeine. Nothing like it. I mean, good job by Stroud initially avoiding that. In hindsight, he should have just kept it. I don't know. It's almost hilarious to watch. Like, whenever Stroud tries to run, he's like almost like thinking about how less his athleticism is now that he's older. It's just like hilarious based off of his statements that he said. 2nd and 10. Stroud falls down, and that's a sack officially. CJ Stroud just tripped over his own 2 feet. So 3rd down. What is it with AFC South quarterbacks and tripping over themselves? Trevor Lawrence did it a couple weeks ago, and now CJ Stroud just trips again. Looked like, maybe he did trip over the offensive lineman's feet there. But every time Houston takes a step forward, they take 2 steps back offensively. Good grief. So now it's 3rd and 15. Stroud in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 2 running backs beside him. Stroud back to pass. He has time. He throws it out to Schultz, and Schultz gets a decent chunk of yardage there, but not anywhere near the 1st down. So it'd be 4th down, and Houston will have to settle for 3. There's about 2:45 left here in the first half. So, Houston's offense has been very poor, to say the least, so far. So they settle for 3. So they finally do score with 2:18 left, but Seattle another opportunity to potentially extend that lead. Let me just update the banner here. The goose egg is gone. Sad. Bummer. Dang, you know what I need to do? This might mess up everything, but I got to try it anyway. See if I can find it. I don't know where it is. Gosh, it's got to be here somewhere. Where is that intro at? Okay, it's here somewhere. I just got to find it. Oh, here it is. I knew it was here somewhere. Long live the Pacers. Absolutely. You know, I've always been a Pacers fan. I'll admit, like, I really followed them in like high school and college, and then I don't know, like I just kind of stopped following them for a while. I mean, I would follow them, but I didn't follow them super in depth. But really, the last couple of years, I've really wanted to get back into it because I do enjoy basketball a lot. So glad to see that kind of happened and coincided with the Pacers getting Pascal Siakam on their team. I gotta find. Do I still have? It's got to be here somewhere. Sorry, I'm like multitasking right now. Well, anyway, Houston will kick this off. 2:18 left here, so Seattle has plenty of time potentially to score again. Their offense has moved the ball fairly well. They just have had some mistakes that have cost them some points in this one. All right, kick is away. It will be returned. And all the way out to about the 30-yard line. Man. Okay, so I have to find, where in the world did that go? It's got to be here somewhere. Don't you love when you can't find something that you know is around here? Anyway, it doesn't matter. So second down now. Sorry, I keep missing stuff because I'm trying to find this stupid thing. But Seattle, 2-minute warning here. Seattle has the football about the 35-yard line. So they have an opportunity here to potentially go and score and extend their lead. They lead 14-3 over the Houston Texans right now. I'm going to take a quick break here, and then I will be back. All right, we are back here. Seattle with the football. 2 minutes left to go here. Darnold in the shotgun. Handoff to Charbonnet. He gets a nice piece of running. Charbonnet all the way out to midfield there. Clock is winding down. 150. Clock keeps running, but Seattle, a nice piece on second down of yardage. Houston are just arm tackling. Nobody being able to make the tackle there. Nice piece of running by Zach Charbonnet. So 1st and 10 for the Texans, or for the Seahawks. Gosh. Ball all about midfield. Darnold in the shotgun. Darnold, pressure is on. He has time. He fires. That's caught. Jackson Smith and Jigba up to about the 40-yard line. Gets another first down. Clock keeps going. Down to 1:05 now. Seattle hurrying up. Darnold in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Darnold takes a snap. Back to pass. Has time, avoids pressure, fires, incomplete. Ooh, that was a dangerous pass. Lassiter had the coverage there, but it does stop the clock, so it's 2nd and 10 now for Houston or for Seattle. Gosh, why do I keep doing that? Darnold got fortunate on that one. 57 seconds left. Ball on the Houston 40. Darnold in the shotgun, or actually in the pistol. They're going back to the run game with Charbonnet. He gets a few yards there. Clock to 50. They are hurrying it up. Seattle does have all 3 timeouts. They haven't elected to use one quite yet. They are hurrying to the line. Actually, they're taking their time now. Looks like they're maybe content with kicking a field goal here. They do call a timeout with 29 seconds left to go. They took a lot of time off the clock there. And we'll see if Seattle, what they can do offensively. All right. 3rd and 4. Darnold in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the right and the left. Darnold moves Cooper Kupp in motion. Darnold takes a snap. He has time. Darnold avoids the pressure and just throws it away. So no going on 3rd down. And it looks like Seattle will have to settle for a field goal. Try to extend that lead back to 14. So the field goal unit is on here. Jason Myers, 53-yard attempt here. Snap, ball down, kick on the way, and it looks blocked, and it is blocked. Houston gets the block right before halftime, and no go for Seattle. Danico Autry, who we know very well, got his paws up there, and I just had a feeling he might do something. Danico Autry is just that kind of menace in the middle. So no good. Still an 11-point ball game. I mean, Seattle should be winning by a lot more, to be honest with you, but credit to Houston, man. They're hanging around. And obviously, McDonald not happy about that. Hang on a second. I just lost my stream, of course. Give me a second here. Sorry. Okay. So what just happened? Oh, wow. What a throw and catch there by Noel. Wow. What a throw by Stroud. What a catch by Noel. So now Houston has a chance here to kick their own field goal. Good grief, Seattle. What are we doing, man? You had so many chances. And now with 6 seconds left, what's Houston going to do? Their offense is still out there. So we'll have to check exactly what's going to happen here. And Seattle calls a timeout. Seattle just gave this game away, has given this game away so far. They should be up by at least another touchdown. But no going. They've made some dumb mistakes, and credit to Houston, even though they have not looked great, they've hung around in this game. With 6 seconds left, another opportunity, maybe a shot to the end zone. First and 10. Stroud in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Back to pass goes Stroud. He fires quickly out of bounds with 2 seconds left. So they will settle for 3. Fairburn on for his second field goal attempt of the night. With 2 seconds left, it's a 46-yard attempt. Snap, ball down, kick on the way, and he connects. So somehow, some way, the Houston Texans still hanging this game. They are down by 8. Somehow, some way, entering halftime here. So, definitely an interesting first half. I mean, it really does feel like Seattle has dominated, but Houston's just made a couple less dumb plays, even though they've made their fair share, a couple less critical dumb plays than the Seattle Seahawks have. Crazy that this game is even close. It doesn't feel like it should be at all. But yeah, that's just where we're at, guys, with this game. So appreciate everybody for hanging out with me, though. This has been fun. It's been a good time. Just chilling, watching this game. Seattle still leads, but definitely have been definitely frustrating, especially in some of those things where you're like, if you just were smart, Seattle, like you're winning. You're up by like 2 or 3 scores by now. But just some dumb decisions by Seattle. All right, I'm getting that Pacers thing up finally. Took forever, but finally got there. Thank goodness. Of course, I didn't even get a thumbnail yet, did I? Dang it. Let me just get that thumbnail made really quick. Goodness. How's everybody doing? Everybody feeling all right? Even though this game should be a lot closer, or should not be as close as I should say. Sorry, I can't speak tonight, apparently. I mean, Texans still losing, so that's good. But Seattle, don't play with your food, man, in the second half. Like, come on. Figure it out. It just seems like Houston has just hung around. Just hung around in this game. And that's kind of been the difference so far. Man, I still don't understand what the purpose was of having Cooper Kupp throw a pass there. I mean, you're driving. Like, let's not be stupid, you know? Just won't ever get that. That was just very stupid of them. Yeah. If I'm a Seahawks fan, I am just like, we're beating ourselves, guys. Like, that's literally all that's happening. Houston is not beating us right now. As a Colts fan, we understand like that happened. That's happened a lot in the last couple of years for us, but we have not really beaten ourselves much this year, thank goodness. But it happens, man. Good teams beat themselves a lot. I mean, teams in general like that are better. They beat themselves a lot. So, but still, even though Seattle, made a lot of mistakes, especially down the stretch there, they're still up. So that's good for them. And they move the ball very efficiently. And for the most part, they've done their job on defense. Like, they've really limited Houston outside of a couple big plays. Houston hasn't done a ton in this game. So you should feel good if you're the Seahawks, because despite your own stupid mistakes, you're still up by 8 points. And you should feel fine about that, honestly. So that's just my thoughts there. What are your guys' thoughts? I'm curious. Let me know. Getting this. Can I put an effect on this thing? I guess I can. Can I do like an outline? It's not worth trying it right now. I'm just going to get this stupid thing up. It's already almost midnight. I better just get this thing up. Okay, so anybody who is curious, I just have dropped the Aaron Neesmith news. It should be going live here any second. So if you haven't already, go check out our Pacers channel while it's halftime. And go check it out. Some good news for Indiana. Being able to lock down one of their premier players for the next couple of years. So that's good stuff. Okay, that should be dropping right now. So go check that out, everybody. Go check that out right now. Thank you. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to share the video right here in the chat, because why not? I can do what I want. There you go. Check it out. Go look at it. Go subscribe to it. Do it. Thank you. Oh, well, let's look at some stats here from this Seattle and Texans game here in the first half. Okay, so when you look at it overall, like I said, this is a game that honestly Seattle should be dominating in. I mean, honestly, when you look at it overall, pull up the stats here for a second. I mean, this is a game that shouldn't even be close. I mean, Seattle feels like they've just dominated this game in a lot of ways. I mean, the thing is that they've had a turnover. They've had some penalties that have definitely hurt them, and just some dumb things that have happened, honestly. And that's the biggest thing for me. I really believe that if they can get those things cleaned up, they're the better team than Houston. I do think that. So anyway, that's kind of a first half thoughts there in a nutshell on what's going on there. But yeah, guys, I'm going to take a quick break here. Gonna just kind of hang out for a second, and then I'll be back for the second half, so don't go anywhere. And also, if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, all that good stuff. Thank you all. Appreciate you. All right, y'all, I'm back. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Just had to go over there and troll Ruben real fast. I went, sang the song we all know so well. This is our Colts. This is our team. We bleed blue. I had to do it just to get Ruben fired up. It didn't work, but I had to try. All right, here we go. Start of the third quarter. Seattle will kick it off here. And a little bobble there, but handled. And not great field position to start for Houston. They'll have it about their 24-yard line. Excuse me. So, obviously, Seattle started with the ball in that first half. And so, yeah, Houston gets a chance here, gets a crack at it. First and 10. Ball officially on the 25. Stroud will hand it off to Chubb. And Chubb gets a couple. Not a whole lot going there. Good defense from Seattle there. Man, you just think about some of the miscues that the Seahawks have had. I mean, I just don't even know what that throw was by Cooper Kupp on that. You got the interception, the blocked field goal. I mean, it's just been, you left 10 points on the field. Like, you just have. So 2nd and 6 officially. Ball on the 29. Play action. Stroud under pressure. He fires, and that's intercepted. Intercepted by the Seahawks. Going back, taking it all the way out to the 26-yard line. So Seattle comes out and gets the turnover. All right, everybody, go spam Ruben's chat. There is a flag. Of course, there's always a flag. But Seattle's still celebrating. And they're going to call a crackback block on the interception. So the interception will stand, but really hurts Seattle's field position. So Seattle takes the ball away to start. If you're the Seahawks, that's exactly how you wanted that response to be from your defense. Wow. So first turnover from Houston today. And Seattle in business now. Ernest Jones got that pick for the Seahawks. Play action pass from Darnold. Darnold has time. He fires, and that's dropped by Horton. He had him. 2nd down and 10. Thank you, everybody, for still hanging out. I know we're just about to midnight, but I appreciate everybody for hanging out with me. Darnold knew that was an open opportunity, and they just couldn't connect. So 2nd and 10. Darnold under center. And a handoff goes to Walker. Walker with a nice piece of running there. Still pushing the pile. Walker keeps going. Oh, and they blew it dead. I hate when they do that. So he picks up 7. He didn't ever go down to the ground, but the whistle blew. I don't know why the whistle blew so quickly there. I mean, they felt like his momentum had stopped, but I never saw it that way. Really? They're gonna blow that dead? Wow, that's pretty weak. 3rd and 3. Darnold in the shotgun. And they go right back to it. Walker, and he is short of the first down. So it is 4th down for Seattle. About 1 or 2. Maybe about 1.5 yards, actually. So this is a big 4th down. We'll see what they elect to do. Are they just going to try to pound it with Charbonnet again? Had some success. Seattle already has attempted 1 4th down, and they got it in that first half. Darnold in the shotgun. Charbonnet behind him moves a man in motion. Darnold's going to throw this, and he's got his man. First down. Jackson Smith and Jigba to the sideline. So Seattle now very much in business. That's a first down. Nice job there by Smith and Jigba of just finding an opening in that defense. Good job by Sam Darnold to stand in that pocket and deliver a beautiful throw to the sideline. And that is why you paid that man what you did. Make throws like that. Darnold under center. Man in motion is Smith and Jigba. Darnold will hand this one off to Walker, and he gets about 3 on that one. So it's 2nd down and about 7. 11:45 left here in the third quarter. Seattle threatening. Up by 8, looking to punch it in and score more. Seattle deep in Texans territory here. Ball about at the 9. Darnold play action. He has time. He just dumps it off to Arroyo, who gets about 1 yard. So it'll be about 3rd and 6 now. Darnold just took the safe throw there. Petrie was all over it. So 3rd and 6 officially. 11 minutes left here in the third quarter. Big 3rd down here for Seattle. Walker goes in motion to the right. Darnold in the shotgun all by himself. Play clock winding down. Darnold gets it off. That's throws. Incomplete. I was looking for Horton again. No dice. So it looks like Seattle will have to settle for 3. Houston's defense does hold. So Seattle will bring on their kicker, Myers, for another attempt here. Their last one was blocked. All right. 26-yard attempt by Myers. And it is good. Went a little to the left there, but it did sneak in. So Seattle extends that lead out. I didn't even put this on. So Seattle extends that lead back out to 11. So they do capitalize at some form from their offense or from their defense's turnover off the pick of C.J. Stroud. So Seattle with a great start to this third quarter. Thank you to everybody who is tuning in to this late night stream. Got Texans versus Seahawks tonight. Last game of week 7. Really do appreciate you guys. It means the world. And hey, you know what? For a late night 10 o'clock start stream, I'm pretty content with how this has gone, to be honest with you. I think it's gone probably as well as it could have gone given the circumstances. I'm just waiting for the day when we do a stream like this and it goes off for like a ton of views. I'm waiting for it. One of these days I maybe will get it, but still, it's a pretty good stream, all things considered. I think right now we've had in total about almost 6,000 views on this thing, which is great considering late night and not being a Colts thing. So I'll take it, man. But yeah, how's everybody doing? Who's still hanging out with me? Y'all night birds just like me, or whatever they call it. Was it night birds? Doesn't sound right. It's not night birds. Night owls. Night owls. Any night owls here with me? Let me hear you. Ah, there we go. Got a few more people after that. More night owls. Hello, night owls. Thanks for joining me. Where we are seeing the Seattle Seahawks just score a field goal and extend that lead to 11. Do appreciate it. I know there's been a few people in from our NFL channel. By the way, if you guys don't know, we have an NFL channel as well. Don't do a ton with it right now, but if you'd love to check it out, we do try to post our, just our predictions for each week. So if you guys would want to go check that out, I'd appreciate that as well. Yeah, me too, man. That's why I'm doing this. I want to see Houston lose. So Houston will return this about the 8-yard line. And nice return here out to about the 34-yard line. So a better return this time for Houston, better field position. Last time they were out, C.J. Stroud threw an interception. Looking to get back right here. C.J. Stroud has not had a great year so far. Texans 2-3. But still plenty of time here in this third quarter to potentially pull back within a score. 10:26 left here. Texans will have it 1st and 10. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 6 catches, 78 yards, a touchdown tonight. Stroud starts under center. Bunch formation to the left. Nico Collins goes out a little bit wide in motion. Stroud back to throw, play action. He has time, and he throws incomplete. Reek Woolen on the coverage there. And it's 2nd down and 10. No go for C.J. Stroud. Hasn't been a great night for Stroud, all things considered. 11 of 18, 106 yards. Oh, sorry, that's not updated. Hang on a second. 11 of 19, 106 yards, and an interception. So on 2nd down, a pass that's caught out to Dalton Schultz. He's had a couple moments, but that is a 1st down. Texans on the move now. 10 minutes left here in this third quarter. That was a gain of about 11 or 12. Now closing in on midfield. Stroud back to pass, has time. Pressure's on. Stroud just throws it out of bounds, and there's a flag. We'll check the penalty. I mean, Stroud just like catapulted that into the bench. There's a defensive holding on the Seahawks. And all of a sudden, Seattle's defense is making some mistakes here. Yeah, that makes sense. Seattle, 7 penalties tonight for 60 yards. So now Houston has it in Seattle territory, one of the few times they've had it in Seattle territory. Handoff to Woody Marks, gets a few. A little bit of extracurricular there at the end of that play. No flags, though. Get him about 4. 2nd down and 6. 9:30 left in this third quarter. The Sea Chickens. I love it. You need 10 points in total or 10 more points? Probably 10 more, I would assume. All right. 2nd down and 6. Stroud under center. Marks behind him. Play action pass for Stroud. Has time. Fires incomplete. He was looking for Collins, and a great job by Nick Amenwari coming in to break down that pass and force the incompletion. So now it's 3rd and 6. Man, Amenwari was a guy I really liked last year in the draft process. I really wanted the Colts to get him. because I just think he's a very special talent. Great play. He came in like a missile. And he is a big player, 6'3", 220. Very physical corner. Seattle likes their physical corners. 3rd down and 6. Stroud in the shotgun. Back to throw. Stroud under pressure. Stroud fires, and it's a catch, but he's short of the first down, and they're going to now call it incomplete. Incomplete, so Houston will potentially have to punt this. We'll see what they do. I would assume they're going to punt this. Man, that was a crazy thing. Like, both players were, like, going for that football. Regardless, it doesn't matter. It's still 4th down. So Houston having to punt it again. Total? Oh, man. Kind of a rough night for you then. I had Baker Mayfield, so I kind of get it. All right, punt is away, and it's a good one. It'll be down at about the 4-yard line by Tommy Townsend. Good punt there. Nice backspin on that one. So, yeah, Seattle will have the football really deep in their own territory here, so they got to be careful. But thank you, everybody who has tuned in for this Monday night matchup. I do appreciate you guys so much. If you haven't already, would love if you would hit that like button or hit subscribe. If you turn on that notification bell, that would mean the world to me. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Really appreciate you. And it's crazy that we've had 6,000 total views on a stream that was very much out of the blue, very much last minute, very late, and also was pretty, like it's not the Colts. Like nobody really, I was like, I don't know if anybody's going to care if I cover this game, but it's been fun. It's been a good time. So I appreciate you. And hey, Houston's losing, which means we are winning every single time. Also, shout out to the Pacers locking down Aaron Neesmith. If you haven't checked out that video yet, be sure to go do so on our Indiana Pacers channel. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you. So, yeah. It's crazy that if Seattle's able to win this game, and you look at the AFC South standings right now, I mean, Indianapolis is running away with it through 7 weeks. I mean, it's crazy, man. Like Indianapolis is just so far and away better record-wise than all these teams, especially if Houston goes at 2-4 here. Jacksonville's 4-3. Tennessee's 1-6. I mean, man, talk about just a good start for the Colts. All right. So, Seattle has done some pretty nice things tonight. Jackson Smith and Jigba has had a pretty solid day, all things considered. He's had 78 yards receiving, had a receiving touchdown in that first half. And he has just been very, very solid. Now, I'll tell you what, it feels like anytime anybody drafts a wide receiver from Ohio State, they end up being pretty darn good in the NFL. So 1st and 10 now for Seattle, backed up all the way in their territory. Ball at the 4. Darnold will hand it off to Walker, and he falls down, but he gets a couple out to about the 9. That's a good start for Seattle. Get them out of their end zone a little bit there. I don't even know. Is Cam Taylor-Britt good? Like I know, I don't know. Like I know he's a Lou guy, but is he a good corner? I mean, I know it probably can't get much worse, but I don't know a lot about him, admittedly. All right, 2nd and 6. Handoff to Walker, and nowhere to go there. Houston was ready for that one. So now it's a 3rd and a lot longer than you would like. Backed up in your own territory. So 3rd and 7. Darnold in the shotgun. Charbonnet to his left. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Back to throw goes Darnold. He's under pressure, and he loses the football, and Houston recovers it for a touchdown. Well, dang it. Come on. Well, that's exactly what you needed to not happen if you're the Seattle Seahawks. So Houston all of a sudden has life. And they get a touchdown, defensive touchdown. Well, dang, there you go. Not only did they get the sack, but they forced Sam Darnold to turn it over. And all of a sudden, ladies and gentlemen, Houston's in this game. They throw the 2-point conversion. They do not convert it. So at least Seattle does that. Still up by 5. But wow, that was a swing that Houston certainly needed. And that's exactly, if you're Seattle, what you didn't want to happen. I mean, we knew this. This Texans defense was good, man. But wow, what a swing! Yeah, come on, Seahawks. The Mariners lost. Don't lose as well. Don't blow this. It'll be a bad night in Seattle. Man, oh man. So Houston keeps, to their credit, man, they're scrappy. They have hung in this game. They have not, I don't know if they've led once, but they've hung in this game the whole time. And that's exactly what they need to do. And Seattle's had some catastrophic dumb things happen. And that's really kept them in this thing. Sam Darnold's had a very questionable, and that was just questionable. Not only did he get sacked, but he made a bad play worse. He turned it over. You know, the thing with that, I always like, I know we haven't seen the Colts do this a ton, but I feel like there's always ways to work around the salary cap. If you want to keep guys, you can make it happen. I mean, you really can. So I think they're going to do something. I think they have to do something. Like, I just don't see how you don't do something at edge and at corner of some degree, because it's just, I just don't think you can expect the different results. You've seen it now through 7 weeks. Now, corner, I get a little bit more of the argument, like guys are injured and stuff, but you need some NFL starting caliber corners out there. Like, you just do. Even adding one guy on the outside would do wonders for this defense. Edge rusher, you just need a guy. I mean, that's the one where I'm like, if you swing for the fences, do it. Like, I'd rather you do that than go after a star corner, because you're going to be getting some corners back after the bye, hopefully. So that's kind of my thoughts on it. Yeah, Seattle has gotten way too cute in this game. All right, this one is returned. And a very nice return. He almost broke that out to about the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for the Seattle Seahawks. Sam Darnold looking to bounce back. Had that big turnover on that sack in the end zone. So Seattle needs to score a touchdown in the worst way here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Really appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Let's get this out to more people. I'd love to see more people in this chat as this game is winding down here. All right, Darnold in the shotgun. moves a man in motion, his tight end. Darnold back to pass, has time, fires it deep, and he's got JSN first down, Seattle. See, I think if you're the Seahawks, that's what you have to do. You just have to keep throwing the ball because they have not been able to stop you when you've thrown the football today. They just haven't. Like, the only way they stopped you tonight has been when they've gotten to you, with their pressure, with their front four. That's been the only thing they've done. JSN has been torching this defense all night long. Get him the football. You got to just keep throwing it at this point. Doing well. Appreciate your boxing mindset. How are you doing? That pass is incomplete for Darnold. It was a tipped one. Al-Shaair tipped that one. Second and 10. Darnold with a shotgun. Two wide receivers to the left, one to the right. Cup goes in motion. Darnold in the shotgun, and it's a handoff to Kenneth Walker. Walker breaks a tackle. Walker gets a nice piece of running there. Got about 7 or 8 on that one. So it's now third and very manageable. 6:30 left here in the third quarter. Appreciate you. I probably should be in bed myself, to be honest with you. But got to see if the Seahawks can do it. Third and 2. 6:05 left here in the third. Darnold under center. Moves a man in motion. They give it right back to their back, and he's not going anywhere. See, I don't understand what they're doing. Why are they running the football so much when they've been able to pass all day long on this Houston defense? They're just going so cute. I hate the play calling by the Seattle offense right now. I hate it. So a loss of a yard there because it got way too cute. This is why I love Shane Steichen, man. So now they're going to attempt another field goal, 47-yarder. And that one is good. So Seattle does score, but they only score 3, so it's an 8-point ball game. So very much doable for the Texans. I appreciate everybody for hanging out with me. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell. We are watching Texans versus Seahawks right now. It's been a ton of fun for everybody who has popped in here or still is in here. Really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. Yeah, it's been a very interesting game. It feels like Seattle has controlled this game for the most part, but they've had some critical errors. They've had multiple turnovers that have cost them points in this game, and that really is the difference. I mean, this Houston defense, they're keeping them in it. This offense for Houston still has not done great, but this defense has done their job. They've held Seattle to field goals. They blocked one. They've gotten a defensive touchdown. Like, they've done a little bit of everything in this game. When we really look at it, what has Houston's offense really done in terms of points? I mean, I guess that at the end of that first half, they did have a big pass and they got into field goal range. But really, that's about it. They haven't done a ton. I mean, their defense has been the primary reason why they are in this game to begin with. So, yeah, this defense continues to just dominate and just continues to do what they've been doing all year long. And a big reason why the Texans have won even 2 games has been their defense, and why they've been in certain games, their defense. And their offense has kind of gone back again into some of the early season issues we've seen from them. So, yeah. How's everybody doing? Hanging in there? You know, it was weird to see AJ Speed in a Texans uniform. was a little bit odd. I wonder, how's he doing with the Texans? Is he doing all right? Like, he was just so bad with the Colts last year. I just could not justify keeping him. All right. Let's check his PFF grade. It's actually not been too bad. Okay. So Houston will have it now, 1st and 10. Down by 8. 5:09 left here in the third quarter. Houston does have a chance here to potentially, at the most, tie this game, if not cut into their lead, if they are able to get into field goal range here. Stroud and company will start at the 32-yard line. C.J. Stroud under center. Woody Marks behind him, moves a man in motion. A little bit of confusion there. He hands it off to Marks, and he loses a yard. Something wasn't clicking there. Marks looked like Stroud looked like he was trying to give him the ball one way, and Marks didn't know where he was going. Something went wrong there. Marks was on the wrong side, it looked like. And nothing good happens when your running back expects to go one way and your quarterback expects the other way. 2nd and 11. Seattle's only allowed 27 rushing yards to the Houston Texans today. Stroud under center. Play action pass. Stroud fires. That's caught by Schultz, and Schultz makes a man miss, and it's near a first down. I think he's a little short. Woolen had a chance to get him there, and he just missed it. He just over-pursued, took a bad angle. He could have had him there only for a couple yards, but he completely missed that. So it's 3rd and short now, 3rd and 1. Houston only 1 of 7 so far on 3rd down. What's going on here? Are they challenging the spot, maybe? I thought he was short. So it is 3rd down and short, 3rd and about 1 yard. See what Houston does here. Do they QB sneak this? Do they try to give it to Woody Marks? They will hand it to Marks, and I don't think he got it. I don't understand what Houston is trying to do running the football. It's just not working tonight. So another stuffed attempt on a short yardage situation for the Texans. So it's 4th and 1, and a decision is going to be made here on what they're going to do, and they are going to go for this. They go right back to Marks, and he is not going to get it. Seattle holds again. Dude, whoever is calling plays for the Houston Texans needs to be fired tomorrow. They are awful. Their offensive coordinator is terrible. That's twice they've tried to run it to the outside on 4th and short, and they haven't gotten it. Whoever that guy is needs to be fired. Like, that is so bad. That is horrendous job. Horrendous play calling. Jeez, man. They are short. They didn't do it. So Seattle with a massive stop there on 4th down. And now with an opportunity here in good field position to score again. Darnold under center. Play action. Darnold has time. He fires. Incomplete. Was looking for JSN that time. No connection there. 2nd and 10. .306 left here in the third quarter. All right, 2nd and 10. Cooper Kupp comes in motion from right to left. Darnold in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He's back to throw. He has time. He dumps it off for a couple yards there to Bobo. So it'll be 3rd down again for Seattle. Well, Nick Caley needs to be fired. That is so bad. It's twice. It's twice that they haven't converted, and they've done the same exact thing. 3rd and 7. Darnold in the shotgun. Wide receivers, 4 wide receivers out. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Texans sending pressure. He fires, and that's caught. Jackson Smith and Jigba 1st down all the way to the 18-yard line. Houston why do I keep saying the wrong team? Seattle converts on a 3rd and 7. Houston brought the house that time. Darnold stayed in against the pressure. Easy throw. Really quick. Njigba looking for that one. I mean, just what else can you say? Such a great play design. And Jackson Smith and Jigba is always open. That catch put him over 100, his 3rd consecutive game, over 100 yards. Darnold under center. Play action. Darnold fires. Oh, incomplete. He was looking for Njigba, and there is a flag. They are going to get the Texans for defensive holding. Some pass interference holding, one of the two. Kamari Lassiter gets called for that one. We'll see officially what it is. Pass interference on the Texans. Yeah, he kind of held him there right until the end. So 1st and goal for Seattle. Ball on about the 3-yard line. Darnold throws, caught by Charbonnet, and he's short of the touchdown. No gain on that one. He faked him out and threw that one, but nothing going there. So 2nd and goal. We're about the same spot. Seattle trying to punch this in and start to ice this game potentially. Maybe put it out of reach a little bit more. 1 minute left here in the 3rd quarter. Darnold under center. Moves Arroyo in motion. Hand off. And that's a touchdown to Charbonnet. And Seattle extends their lead even more. Zach Charbonnet on the touchdown run. 2 yards. And Seattle pulls out ahead by 14 with the extra point to come. So that is certainly good news if you are rooting for a Texans loss. The extra point is good. So Seattle takes a more commanding lead here. $27-12. Just beautiful blocking that time. With under a minute here in the third quarter, there's still a full quarter to be played, but that certainly was a statement offensive drive there by the Seattle Seahawks. "54 seconds left here in the third quarter." All of a sudden, Seattle feeling pretty good about themselves. Thank you to everybody who is tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Right now, Seattle just took a commanding lead over the Houston Texans, 27-12. Kick is returned here, and nowhere to go at all from the Houston Texans, and not great field position to start here for CJ Stroud in this offense, who has definitely looked out of sync today. Not a whole lot good happening right now for the Houston Texans, I'll tell you that. It's been that type of game. I mean, CJ Stroud, 13 of 24, 133 yards, no touchdowns and interception. He's been sacked twice. Not a great game from this Houston offense again. Stroud under center, two wide receivers to the left, two to the right. Stroud, play action. Stroud throws, almost intercepted. Stroud was backing up. Eamon Warry almost came away with an interception there. Stroud throwing off balance on that one. Man, I tell you, CJ Stroud just looks like something's off with CJ Stroud. I mean, this Houston offense is just completely out of sync. Stroud in the shotgun. Back to throw. Stroud fires and overthrows his receiver. Way overthrows him. Airmails that one. It's 3rd and 10. I mean, just their offense just looks, frankly, just so out of sync. I don't even know what to say. They're 1 of 8 on 3rd down. They haven't been able to complete hardly anything all day long. It's just been that kind of day for them. 3rd and 10 now. Houston trying to convert here. Seattle sending some pressure. Stroud is sacked. Okuda came on the late pressure. CJ Stroud didn't see him until he was on the ground, and Houston has to punt it again as the third quarter winds down. The Houston Texans offense looks broken. I mean, honestly. I mean, they are just horrible. They are just terrible, man. Punt is away to end this third quarter. And a nice return here. Not too bad. Seattle will get pretty good field position right around midfield. So it's been all Seattle. And I got to say, I love watching the Jaguars, the Titans, and the Texans all be dog water. I love it. I love it. I love watching this, man. This just makes me happy to watch CJ Stroud, who everybody said he is going to be the best quarterback in the league for a long time. He has been awful once again. I love it. Meanwhile, Daniel Jones is a freaking MVP candidate. Let's go. This is wonderful. Life is good, man. All right. How's everybody doing, man? Feeling good? I'm feeling wonderful. You're absolutely right. I mean, Texans offense looks bad. Their defense is legit for sure. I mean, they've done some good things against the Seahawks tonight. It's just unfortunate their offense hasn't been able to pick up the slack at all. For sure. And divisional games are always tough. They're always tough. Thank you, everybody who has turned in. That would be kind of crazy if the Giants organization, two players they let go, both go to the Super Bowl back-to-back years. That'd be pretty awesome. So we enter the fourth quarter now. Excuse me, goodness. Enter the fourth quarter now, and the Seattle Seahawks have the football back with really good field position once again, already up by a lot, with a chance to really just put this game away and demoralize the Houston Texans even more. I mean, Stroud has been awful tonight. There's no way to not say that. I mean, he's just been so bad. Seattle should be up by a lot more when you really think about it. The 12 points, I mean, 7 of those have come from your defense. And the Texans have 24 total yards in this third quarter. Darnold under center, and there's a false start. Saw that one. It is on Bradford, the right guard. So Seattle has a little bit more to gain here. I'll tell you, man, Seattle's legit. That NFC West, it's so good this year. I mean, it's crazy that like how good it is. On the first down run, nowhere really to go there. I mean, it is kind of crazy, like when you think about it, how good that NFC West is. Colts obviously are 1-1 against the NFC West right now, but yeah, the 49ers are good. They just won. Obviously, the Rams are a really good football team, the only team that's beat us, and then the Seahawks, really good team as well. The NFC West, man, it's crazy. All right, Darnold on 2nd and 14, back to pass, and it's knocked down that time. That's Togai. What a big man. Holy cow. I mean, he's just a mammoth in the middle. 3rd and 14 now. Seattle's drive not doing great so far. Darnold in the shotgun. Darnold throws a little bubble pass out to Kenneth Walker. He has some space. Walker get very close to a first down. I don't know if they're going to give it to him, but he's extremely close. They're not. He's going to be about a yard short. We'll see. Seattle kind of in that no man's land right now. But it's about a yard difference on 4th down. What will Seattle do here? Wow, that's surprising. Steichen would not punt this. That's kind of crazy. I'm kind of shocked that they didn't go for it there. They're going to punt it. I wouldn't do that, but maybe they run a fake. I don't know. They're doing something here, some sort of trickery. Moving guys in motion and interesting. What is happening? They're just trying to draw them off sides. I think so. Okay, well, they're just going to take the delay of game, I guess. Okay, well, now they're going to punt it. interesting approach there. I'm not quite sure. Oh, no, are they? What is happening? Interesting. Okay. Well, they're going to punt it. I got caught off guard by the replay. Sorry. Okay. Punt is away. It will be returned out to about the 21-yard line by Berrios. I would agree the Cardinals are a lot better than their record indicates. I mean, they have been in every single game this year. Their problem is they just can't finish. They just have not been able to finish all year. But they have stayed with every single team this year. They have. So if they can figure out a way to finish, they're a good football team. I really believe that. We got lucky. We got lucky that we didn't lose the Cardinals because they were definitely making me sweat in that game for sure. But anyway. So we'll see. Houston. Another chance on offense. Isn't that kind of crazy that only touchdown the Texans have got tonight has been because of their defense? That's pretty wild when you think about it. Like the Colts have scored. Colts scored more on one drive on their opening drive this week than the Texans have this entire game. That's pretty wild. There could be crickets from all the people, man. From all the other AFC South teams if this holds up. They got nothing to say, man. Nothing to say. They better be quiet. Oh, man. Just kind of slowly snacking a little bit just to keep myself awake in this game. I am a night owl, but this is certainly helping. Got these little like pretzel crisp things. Those are pretty good. I just discovered them and they are fantastic. Okay. So, excuse me. So really, I mean, the Houston Texans have just been awful tonight offensively. CJ Stroud, just when he gets pressured at all, he just folds like a lawn chair. 4 of 11, interception, nothing good. Stroud to throw incomplete, looking for Nico Collins. Good coverage there by that Seattle corner, Joby. And Collins looks to be shaken up. That is a concern. No freaking way. Wow, my fantasy team choked. Jeez. How does that even happen? Well, it helps when he has Jahmyr Gibbs and Jackson Smith and Jigba and Trey McBride. Good grief. That's ridiculous. Anyway, sorry. So Nico Collins, we'll see on that. 2nd and 10. Stroud in the shotgun. Stroud back to pass. Stroud fires one and just overshoots his man again. CJ Stroud has been off everything tonight. He is just not looking good. So it's now 3rd and long again. I mean, Houston just looks like a broken football team already. Collins goes into the tent. We'll have to check on that. All right. He's not going to hold back. He better not hold it back. The refs are talking about something here. Play clock or something with an issue here. It's crazy to me how bad the Texans offense has looked. I mean, just so bad. It doesn't even look like they know how to run a play. All right, 2nd and 10. Stroud going deep, incomplete. Looking for Hutchinson. Stroud underthrew that one. 3rd and 10. I mean, CJ Stroud complete a pass challenge. Impossible right now. 3rd and 10. Stroud in the shotgun. Back to pass. He going deep again. And overshoots his man again. Looking for Noel on that one. I mean, it is just so bad. I mean, it's so bad what's going on, man. The Chiefs, man, they're a good team. That's going to be a fun battle. I'm excited to see that. I think the Colts can definitely do it. I do. Chiefs have had their struggles this year. Their offense is looking darn good. Their defense just had a shutout. So it's going to be a tough game, but I think the Colts can do it. I think they can beat anybody. That's going to be a good one, though. They got some good games. They got Seattle. They've got the Chiefs. They've got, who else they got? I mean, they got the divisional teams. They got the 49ers. Like, they've got some good teams they're still going to play. Still got 12 minutes in this game. This game has just gone by so slow. Gosh, really? Oh, dude, I'm sorry. If it makes you feel any better, my team completely choked. Like I had like a 99% chance to win, and I lost because my brother freaking had Jahmyr Gibbs, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Trey McBride go nuts this week. I am live, yes. Darnold on 1st down. Just throws that one out of the reach of his receiver. But yeah, just kind of crazy, man. It's fine, yeah. I'm like, if the Colts win, I really don't care about my fantasy teams, to be honest with you. Like, whatever. I had 2 teams choke this week. So that's wonderful. But anyway, 2nd down and 10. Darnold will hand it off, a delayed handoff. Walker gets a 1st down and more. Kenneth Walker keeps on going. Good piece of yards there. Gained about 15, and Collins is heading to the locker room. That is definitely something to monitor on Nico Collins. Probably not going to come back in this game, but we'll have to see for the future. How long is Nico Collins potentially out for? We'll see on that. First and 10. Darnold under center. Play action. Pressure coming. Darnold steps up. Going deep and broken up, incomplete. Looking for Horton. That was double covered there nicely by the Texans. There is a flag. Holding on Houston. Horton is a little bit shaken up there. Hobbling. Or no. Was it holding on Seattle? I don't know. I guess it is holding on Seattle. Okay. Darnold under center on 1st and 20. Darnold, a little, wow. He flipped it to Charbonnet. He gets about 5 or 6. You know, I think I'm just so used to seeing the Colts just go on these long drives that this game seems so much longer than what I'm used to. I don't know. It just seems like this game's going on forever, man. Maybe it's not. I could just be beating baby. Probably's fine. 2nd and 14 now. Darnold in a shotgun. Wide receivers to his left, to the right, to the left. Darnold back to pass, has time, fires, caught. And loose ball there at the end. Did Houston recover that? They did. So Arroyo had a catch. Got it stripped out. And now Houston has an opportunity here. Yeah, they just ripped that ball out from Arroyo. Houston has an opportunity here to potentially get some points. Well, you know what? The last couple of years that actually the Steelers have not had the Colts number, surprisingly, which is kind of crazy. Colts have been able to handle their business, actually. Last 2 years, 23, 24, Colts have won. I forgot about the Steelers, too. There's a lot of good teams we're playing. Okay. It is 1st and 10 for the Texans. Stroud in the shotgun. Back to pass. Stroud fires it underneath to Marks. He breaks a tackle and gets about 9. So 10:30 left here in the 4th quarter. Houston down by 2 scores. Trying to go no huddle here. Quick tempo. 2nd and 1. Stroud in the shotgun. Back to pass. Stroud fires. That's caught. That's Dalton Schultz. Gets a first down. Gets about 5. 10:09 left here in the 4th quarter. No, the clock keeps running. Stroud in the shotgun ball at the 40 of Seattle. Stroud takes a snap. Stroud under pressure, avoids a sack, and throws it out of bounds, incomplete. Stroud had the pressure in his face. There is a flag. We'll check what that is. Stroud took a hit on his left arm. An illegal blindside block from the Texans. 15 yards. That's a massive penalty. Yeah, Ingram hit Mafi on that one. I think if there's any chance the Colts to win in Jacksonville, this is the year, man. Man, they're just lighting up Stroud right now. So now it's a 1st and 25. Stroud throws. It almost intercepted. Very close to an interception. That was extremely close. And Seattle knows it. Man. Second down and 25. Stroud. Back to pass. He steps up and he takes off and falls down. Gains a decent amount there, but still 3rd and long. Sorry, I dropped something. 3rd and 15. Stroud back to pass. Pressure coming. Stroud throws incomplete. He was hit as he threw on that one. And C.J. Stroud continues. And this Texans offense continued to struggle. And another 4th down for Houston. They are playing so bad offensively. This is crazy. I mean, this offensive line for Houston is not doing him any favors for sure. So 4th and 15. I don't really think Houston has any choice. They have to go for this. Stroud back to pass. Pressure's on. Runs to his right. He throws. Incomplete. Are they going to throw a penalty? No. Doesn't look like it. So Houston turns it over once again. I almost feel bad for Houston's defense. I really do. Like, I just feel bad because their defense is doing everything they can, but their offense is just horrible. I do. I feel bad, man. I really do. Jeez. Poor Texans defense. They've done everything right. They really have. So once again, another turnover. This is like this 4th quarter is going on forever, man. Like, we know the Texans aren't going to win. Danny Dimes all day long. I tell you, they just give us their defense and we'll be a Super Bowl team. No doubt. I'd be happy with that. Man, it makes you wonder if you could have got Danielle Hunter. Oh my gosh. That would have been incredible. All right. Don't want C.J. Stroud. He looks terrible. I mean, just terrible. Can't make this stuff up, man. Oh, how bad he surely looked. I mean, it's crazy. Thank you, everybody, once again for hanging out with me here for this longest game in NFL history, it feels like. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, all that good stuff. Thank you very much. So, it's been a game for the Texans. Not a good one. They have turned the ball over a lot. Their quarterback can't hit the broadside of a barn. Ooh, did C.J. Stroud, on that last throw, his helmet, the back of his head hit the turf. Does he have a concussion? We'll have to check that. Ooh, that did not look good. So first down for Seattle and 10. And they'll hand this one off. And that is Walker with a big run. Walker all the way out to the 41-yard line. There is a penalty. We'll check it. It might be holding. Looks like it's going to be. They're walking back. There's a hold on Seattle. So they get a huge run and it gets called back for a hold. So now that'll have a first and long. A big run, wiped out by penalty. First and 18. Darnold in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the left. Now Cooper Kupp comes in motion to the right. Darnold takes a snap, back to pass, fires one, intercepted by Derek Stingley. Stingley all the way back. And there are flags everywhere. JSN's helmet, and there's a fight breaking out right now between both teams. I'm not sure what's going on. This is crazy. Huge scuffle that went on the sideline there of the Houston Texans after that interception. Smith-Njigba lost his helmet. Helmet was off. Not sure if it got ripped off or what the deal is. So let's see what happened. He grabbed that interception, started running it back. So Stingley, after getting the interception, he face mask. He hit the face mask of JSN, knocked his helmet completely off. And they're like, all of a sudden, like all these Texans players come over and start trying to fight Smith-Njigba. It's crazy. The ref had to put himself in between Smith-Njigba and the entire Texans bench. Wow. I wonder if there's going to be something more serious right there. That's crazy. But anyway, Houston does have it, first and 10. They'll give it off to Chubb. Haven't heard his name in a while. He gets 4 or 5 on first down. In a first down, or in second down, they complete it to Dalton Schultz. He's near a first down, but he might be a little bit short. I'm not sure if he got to the line to gain. Man, this game got a little crazy there. There's been some scrappy things that have happened in this game. So they do give him the first down, first and 10. Stroud back to throw. Stroud fires. He got his man, first down to Hutchinson. 7:20 left here. Houston trying to score off a Derek Stingley interception. Stroud on first down, back to throw, scrambles to his right, fires, caught. That's Schultz. He gets about 4 or 5, probably about 5. Gets shoved out of bounds, and Schultz is down on the sideline. Gets helped up. Took a hit there. or got pushed out of bounds, actually. Seems to be okay. 2nd and 5. Stroud in the shotgun. Seattle sending pressure. He throws, and it's incomplete. Woolen on the coverage again. So 3rd and 5. .633 left to go in the game. I never even put... Wow. Sorry about that. Never put that back up. Okay. 3rd and 5. Houston trying to capitalize here off of a turnover forced by their defense. Their 4th turnover forced. Seattle's going to bring the house. Stroud back to throw. Fires. And almost intercepted again. Joby on the coverage. Excellent coverage there by the Texans, or on the Texans, by the Seattle Seahawks. And I mean, I think they have to go for it. Like, they can't kick a field goal at this point. Offensive lineman lost his helmet there, but kept on blocking. That's what you like to see. Oh, he almost had that. If it wasn't for Hutchinson getting his hand in there, he probably has that takeaway. So 4th and 5. Huge play here. Stroud in the shotgun. Back to throw. Stroud has time. He fires, and that's caught by Noel. That's a 1st down. Right near in first and goal, Houston. So right when you thought they might be dead, they do get a play here to Noel for 1st down on a 4th down. That's what this Houston offense needed. They haven't had a lot of them tonight, but that's what they need. So 1st and goal for the Texans. Clock a little under 6 minutes. Houston trying to punch it in. Down by 15. Hand off to Marks, and he's close. Very close. I don't think he's there yet, though. So it'll be 2nd and goal. 5:30 left here in the game. Woody Marks was very close to scoring there. I think he's just short of it. Just barely. So play action by Stroud. Stroud rolling, throwing, incomplete. Looking for Schultz. Bryant on the coverage, so it's 3rd and goal. So we'll see what Seattle does, or what Houston does, excuse me. They have only been in the red zone one other time, and they were 0 for 1. All right, 3rd and goal. Stroud under center. Marks behind him. Play action pass again. Stroud rolling, throwing, and it's knocked down. Fantastic play there by the Seattle defense. Okada came and had that tip there, and there was a guy open if he doesn't make that deflection there. What a play there. And Houston just cannot get anything going passing the football. So 4th and goal now. 5:08 left. And there's a timeout, it looks like. It was a heavy formation on both sides. Heavy. 4th and goal. Crazy to think that Houston has just been this poor on offense. Considering what we saw the first year, pretty wild to me. Pretty wild. 4th and goal. Will they try to pound this thing in? They've only ran it once when they've been in goal on this drive. We'll see if they try to punch it in here. They hand it off to Marks, and he is short again. 3rd time. There is a flag. Let's check it. It was a false start. Okay, so Houston gets lucky that there was a false start there, because if not, they weren't going to get that. He got stuffed on that one. They got so freaking lucky. Oh my gosh, dude. Wow. Seattle did everything right there. So 4th and goal now from about the 6-yard line. Seattle calls a timeout. Thank you to everybody who is tuning in. If you haven't already, be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, all that good stuff. Thank you, everybody. I'm still awake. I'm still kicking. I hope you are too. This has been a fun game. I'm enjoying myself quite a bit. I hope you are as well. Thank you, everybody. Houston down right now. 5:08 left. They have a 4th and goal at the 6. Offense has not been doing great tonight for the Houston Texans, but this is probably their last chance on offense to make things interesting. If they don't do it here, it's over, I think. I hate to say it, but I think it'll be over. Actually, I don't hate to say it. I love to say it. But anyway, 4th and goal now from the 6-yard line. Stroud in the shotgun. Stroud back to pass. Throws one deep to the end zone, incomplete. Stroud wants a flag. I don't think he's going to get one. So Houston once again turns it over. Wow. I mean, Nick Caley's he's got to be fired, man. He is just horrible. He's probably one of the worst offensive minds in the NFL. How do you not score a single offensive touchdown? You had so many chances. Your defense gave you 4 turnovers in this game. They put you in opposing situations all the time. And Seattle's just going to probably run this thing out with 5 minutes left to go. But I genuinely feel bad for the Texans' defense. Their offense is doing nothing. Charbonnet gets a couple on that one. I mean, C.J. Stroud should be ashamed of himself. He's been horrible. This whole offense has been horrible. They're out of sync. Something's going on. Jeez, man. He just keeps taking hits, though, to be fair. Like, they might have got away with one there. But still, gosh, it's like, even when he's not been pressured, he's just been off tonight. So 2nd and 7. Houston, I think, did use one of their timeouts. Darnold under center. Back to pass goes Darnold. He floats one deep and way overshoots Jackson Smith and Jigba on that one. So it's 3rd and 7. Man, I would love to face this version of the Texans offense when the Colts play them. I tell you what. 3rd and 7. Darnold in the shotgun. Got 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Darnold back to pass. He is going to go down. So Seattle's offense that really started hot has not been doing so well. Danico Autry, former Indianapolis Colt, on that sack, and Seattle's got to punt it again. So it's been the battle of the defenses here in this fourth quarter. Man. So they'll be punting from back of the end zone here. Pretty solid punt all the way around. It'll be returned, and Berrios falls at about the 48-yard line of Seattle. How many more chances is Texans offense going to get, man? Jeez. I just feel like CJ Stroud has just been, I don't know, man. Like, Seattle's done a good job. Gosh, he's had some guys open. He's just missed them. Some poor decisions. So Houston gets it one more time. This fourth quarter literally is lasting forever. Stroud back to pass. Has time. He steps up. He fires. And that's caught by Noel. First down. Good play by Houston on that first down. All right. Texans hurrying it up. Stroud. Pressure coming. Stroud rolling. And fires. And that's caught by Dalton Schultz. Great catch there by Schultz on that one. There was defenders all over, but Schultz able to haul that one in. Gains about 12. And now the Texans on the move offensively down to the 15 of Seattle. All of a sudden, Houston's offense is finding itself. Stroud back to pass. Stroud has time. Stroud fires. Incomplete. Looking for his receiver there. No go there. Kobe Bryant on the coverage. So 2nd and 10. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into this stream. This has been a ton of fun. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. 2nd and 10. Stroud in the shotgun. Seattle bringing some pressure. Stroud, and they blow it dead. There's a flag. We'll check the flag. Usually when they do this, it's a false start. It is a false start on Houston. So offense of the Texans can't get out of their own way. Juice Scruggs got called on that one. $297 false starts of the opponent since 2002. That's pretty awesome. All right, 2nd and 15. Stroud in the shotgun. Changing something. Seattle just keeps bringing the blitz. Stroud dumps it off to Berrios and nowhere to go there. Seattle swarming once again. So it's 3rd and long. No matter whatever they're doing is not working in Houston. 3rd and 16 now. It doesn't matter. Like, Seattle sends the blitz. They cover up the screen pass. It doesn't matter. 3rd and 16. Stroud in the shotgun. Back to pass. Has time. Stroud escaping pressure. Rolling to his right. and gets near a first down and falls down. There is a flag potentially in the area of holding. We'll have to check and see if that's coming back. Flag actually is in the secondary. Never mind. It's a legal contact by Seattle. So Houston gets a first down out of that. First and goal now for Houston. Ball at about the 3-yard line. Play action pass by Stroud. Stroud escaping, firing, incomplete. He was looking for Marks. It looked like he initially had it, but knocked out by the defense that time. Excellent play there. Can't even complete a pass to his running back at this point. Yeah. Second and goal now. 2:55 left in the game. Stroud under center. Marks behind him. Trips to the left. Moves a man in motion to the right. They're going to hand it off, and Marks gets hit behind the line of scrimmage. Once again, Seattle ready for it. The Texans are absolutely inept on offense. They can't run it. They can't pass it. They can't do anything. Seattle has an answer for everything. This is crazy how good this Seattle defense is playing. I mean, they're just flying in there. Nobody's blocking them, man. So third and goal now. Stroud in the shotgun, back to throw. Stroud scrambling around, looking for somebody. Rolls back, throws, and that's caught for the touchdown by Woody Marks. So the Texans finally score. On a Woody Marks 4-yard reception there. We'll check and see if he did maintain possession. I think he did. So the extra point is on and still within reach for Houston with 2:04 left in this game. Somehow, some way, the Texans are hanging around. Don't like that. Man, he had no time, or he had all the time in the world. Scrambled back, found his man. Marks did look a little shaken up, so we'll have to monitor that. But definitely interesting. So this game got a little bit more interesting here with 2 minutes left to go. That took a long time for Houston to actually be able to score. Now the question is, can the Texans defense get another stop? Okay. Kick is away. And it will be returned here. out to about the 29-yard line. So with 1:58 left to go in this game, Seattle just needs a couple first downs and to ice this game. No turnovers for them. And a couple first downs will do it. And we'll see if they can. Let me update the banner real fast. All right, I'll be right back. All right, we back. Okay. 1:58 left to go in this game. Can the Seattle Seahawks close this thing out? Or will the Houston Texans maybe make a comeback here? Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Really do appreciate everybody who has been hanging around today. You guys are incredible. All right. So, Houston has a chance. Seattle has to finish. What will happen? Darnold under center on first down. Play action. Oh, handoff. Good play action there. He really sold that fake. Charbonnet gets a couple yards. Second down and about 7. Houston burns a timeout, their final timeout. I mean, really, the story of this game, Houston has 4 turnovers. Seattle's only forced 1, but 4 critical turnovers. The Cooper Kupp interception, obviously, the sack of Darnold, and the strip sack for a touchdown. The rip out from Elijah Arroyo, and then the Derek Stingley interception. Those have been critical for the Houston Texans. So 2nd and 7. Darnold under center. Smith and Jigba goes in motion. Handoff again to Charbonnet, gets a couple more, so it'll be 3rd down and fairly manageable. And you think Seattle's just going to run this clock down as much as they can. If they get 1 first down, this game is over. They're going to run this thing all the way down probably to near the minute 10 mark or so, and then probably run their play. It's 3rd and 3. Darnold under center. Charbonnet behind him. You think they're probably just going to hand this off. And they do. Charbonnet makes one man miss, but doesn't get anywhere. Actually maybe lost a yard. So it's 4th down. Texans have no more timeouts. There is a flag. Let's check that flag. What is that? Did stop the clock. Late flag flies in here. and it's on the Texans, and that's probably going to do it. 15-yard first down. This game is over, ladies and gentlemen. The Seattle Seahawks somehow hang on. Oh, yeah, he jumped on the pile there. Settle Jr. jumped on the pile, and that will do it. Somehow, someway, Seattle does win this game despite turning the ball over 4 times, and they go to 5-2, whereas the Houston Texans fall to 2-4. This was a successful hate watch, ladies and gentlemen. Very grateful that you are a part of this. This has been fun. A little unconventional tonight, but had a good time with each and every one of you in here. I really do appreciate it. And I think for a 10 o'clock stream on a random Monday night with not even covering the Colts, this was a very, very positive stream overall. So thank you, everybody. I really do appreciate that. I think in total we had right near 7,000 views on this one, which is awesome. I love that. But yeah, Houston will fall here. So Indianapolis continues to be atop the AFC South, which is definitely awesome stuff. And Houston falls to 2-4, and they have a lot of question marks moving forward. They did not look good at all in this game for the most part on the offensive side of the ball. And Indianapolis, man, they're continuing to be the top of the AFC South, but Seattle as well, 5-2, right there in the mix in a very tough NFC West. Credit to them. There wasn't a great performance from the offense at times, but the defense did their job and then some in this game. So really an awesome stuff there. I appreciate everybody for being here tonight, and shout out to Seattle for helping us out in this game. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are on this game overall. Again, Seattle does take care of business against Houston, and Houston falls to 2-4 on the season. That'll do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much. Like I said already, if you haven't already, on your way out, would you hit the like button, hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell? Thank you guys so very much. You guys are amazing. We'll probably have to do more of these in the future, and hopefully not at 10 o'clock at night so that we can actually have more people in this stream on a consistent basis. But get some sleep, everybody. Appreciate you, and be on the lookout for some content tomorrow. But again, guys, I'll do it for this one. Thanks so much, and as always, go Colts.